Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to be rating these 15 Roblox Bedwars kits. And I'm going to be rating them by their skill as kits. Let's get into the video. For the first kit, we are going to be rating the Yuzi kit. Now, the Yuzi kit is a really good kit in my opinion. Although it's not the best in a lot of the game modes in Roblox Bedwars, in my opinion, but it still gets the job done. And I personally like it because of how mobile it is, and also I like how it's really good for PvP. So I'm going to give it a really high A tier because, like I said, it's not the best for like doubles, squads, 5v5, 30v30, but it's really good for like solos and 2v2. So I'm going to give it a really high A2, but not quite S tier. Now for the next kit, it's Elder Tree, and kind of like the Yuzi kit, it's not the best for like squads, doubles, and all those bigger game modes, but for like solos and 2v2, it's a really good kit because especially 2v2, a lot of people don't usually get crossbow and diamond sword that fast into the game. And if you can get high health in duels very fast, you're going to win 100% of the time, because even if they have like iron armor or leather armor, even diamond armor, you can just get iron sword or diamond sword and you can still beat them. So that's why I'm going to put it behind Yuzi, but still really high A tier, because I still think Yuzi is better overall than Elder Tree when it comes to Bed Wars, because Elder Tree, if you can just get a Rage Blade or Emerald Sword or even Diamond Sword plus a crossbow, it's really hard to kill the other person when you're Elder Tree. And even though you have high health, unless you have like almost 1,000 HP, you're most likely gonna get comboed. So that's why I'm gonna put it behind Yuzi, but it's still pretty high tier. Now for the next kit, we are going to be looking at Hannah kit. Now, Hannah kit is probably the best kit in Roblox Bed Wars, or at least one of the best, because of the execute ability and how it teleports to them and how quickly you can just spawn kill people. And I think it's one of the best kits, so I don't think there's really explanation to this, so I'm going to put this S tier because it's a really good kit. And yeah, that's my rating for Hannah kit. Alright, next kit is Zephyr. Now, Zephyr, when it first came out, it was really OP. Like, when you first kill someone, you get the level 2 feather instead of the level 1 feather. And then you just keep multiplying, and then until you get the 5, and it's so easy to get level 5 feather back when it first came out in season 5. But now it's not too great. It's not terrible, but it's not really good against the other level 50 kits like Kalia or Airy. So that's why I'm gonna put it in a B tier, like middle B, like high B tier in my opinion, because I used to use this kit a lot back when it first came out, because it used to be really OP, but now it's like middle level. So that's why I'm gonna put it like B tier. Alright, next is Airy kit. Now, Airy kit always been one of the best kits ever because of how convenient it is, because even if you die, at least if you get a kill, you do more damage now. So, and it used to be really OP, and it's still pretty good as of 2023. But there are now a lot more kits that compare to Airy, so it's still good. But I feel like there's a bit more kits that are better than Airy. So I'm gonna put this kit, like, I would say it's better than Yuzi. Actually, no. I think Airy is like not as good as Yuzi, but better than Elder Tree. Probably gonna get a lot of comments saying that this is wrong, but in my opinion, this is how I feel. So, because Airy, it's not really good for like noobs or beginners, because if you can't kill, you can't really use the kit well. So, actually, no, I changed my mind. Yuzi should go behind Airy. Airy should go behind, in front of Yuzi. Because now that I think about it, I think anybody can get at least one kill. So, yeah, I think Airy is really high A tier, but I don't think it's S tier, because there are a bit more kits, like I said, to outclass Airy. So, yeah. Alright, next kit is one of the OG Bedwars kits. It's been there ever since day one of kits. It's Barbarian. Now, Barbarian, it's always been one of the good kits, and Barbarian, just Rageblade is so good. The only problem is that, like, when you die, you lose rage, but at least you don't completely lose your sword. But it does suck when you lose a rage blade, because then you either get downgraded to a diamond sword or possibly an iron sword. So it's it's good for like squads in 30v30, because there are a lot more people. But when it comes to like game modes with less people, it gets harder, especially 2v2. You do not want to do Barbarian 2v2, because you're not going to spawn kill two people for the rest of the game if you want to get Rageblade. That's why Yuzi and Elder Tree, those kits, those are better for like 2v2, but for like squads, doubles, 30v30, 5v5, that's where Barbarian shines. So, gonna put this in front of Elder Tree, but behind Yuzi, because Yuzi is more overall than Barbarian, like I said about Elder Tree earlier. So yeah, Barbarian, it's more like Airy, where you have to be good at PvP in order to use this kit, but I feel like Barbarian has more of a consequence because you lose. Airy, if you die, you just die. You just don't lose the damage, so that's at least good for Airy. That's why it's a really good kit. But Barbarian, of course, you lose rage, so that's why I'm going to put it here. Alright, we're going to be moving on to another tier 50 kit, Ares. Now, Ares kit is really unique because it's like really underrated, but it's also really powerful. I really like this kit personally because of how powerful the spears are, but the splash damage or like the explosive damage, it's not that far. It's like 2 blocks away. So I think devs should work on that a bit, so like it's more like 5 blocks instead of 2 blocks. But the damage is really powerful. They nerfed it, but it's still really powerful. So I'm probably gonna put it in personally. I like Aries better than Airy because of how good it is and how easy to use it. And all you need is good aim, so that's why I'm gonna put it S tier, but behind Hannah and in front of Airy because it's a really good kit. Alright, we're moving on to the ugly, green, weird looking animal, also known as Crocowolf. Now, when Crocowolf first came out, it was a pretty decent kit, not gonna lie. Everybody tried to grind for it in Season 4. I was one of those people. But now, I mean, it got secretly buffed, so now like the ability does like 10 minutes instead of like 3. So that's a plus. But other than that, in my opinion, it's not really that good of a kit. Like it's ugly first of all, and second of all, the reach is so bad in the kit. The reach is so bad. Like you seriously think that it's a good kit for like, oh, you just because you broke the bed doesn't mean you get god mode, you know? You're still going to die if you die. You won't respawn. So, in my opinion, I don't think it's that good of a kit. It's actually no, it's actually pretty bad in my opinion cuz yeah, when you break the bed, when someone breaks your bed, yeah, you become invincible, but you're really fast. And for people who aren't really good at Bed Wars, you can't really control it. And second of all, you can't really PvP with it. Like, I mean, yeah, if you're really good like me, I can just like jump around, but it's also really hard to control, like I said. So that's why I'm going to put it in really high D tier, cuz it's just kind of bad in my opinion. It's just bad in my opinion. I don't think it's bad enough to be an F tier, but it's still pretty bad for a kit. So yeah, that's my rating for Crocowolf. If you think differently, tell me in the comments below, but that is just my rating for Crocowolf, so yeah. Alright, so the next kit is gonna be another tier 50 kit again. And that tier 50 kit is Nyx. Now, Nyx, it's kind of underrated, but it's also not that great. Because, to be honest, the ability, it doesn't really do much. Because it's just like, you do just 1 or 2 more damage per hit, but like, that's not really helpful as much. So, but, you know, it's pretty, I've seen quite a bit of people use it in ranked, and I was like, okay, doesn't look bad, but it still isn't great. So I just feel like it goes in B tier, like low B tier, but I think it's better than Crocowolf because at least it's a kit where like you understand it and you can actually use it properly, while Crocowolf it's just weird. So I think Nyx is low B tier, but it's definitely not D tier. Alright, next kit is going to be Pyro Kit. Now, Pyro Kit is the OG tier 50 kit. It's certainly one of the best kits ever, in my opinion, because it can just demolish people. Like, if you're playing like ranked or squads or 5v5 or any game that is like big people, even solos, it can just demolish them because once you hit them, and upgrade your flamethrower, you can just blast them, hit them, and then they're dead because they get weakened, and then they got that fire symbol on their head. Then if you hit them, you do more damage, and then it's just really good. One of the best tier 50 kits. Actually, it might be I think it is. I don't think it's the best kit, but it's one of the best kits in Roblox Bedwars personally. So that is why I am going to put it behind Hannah, but in front of Aries, because this kid is just squad wipes people. Squad wipes. Alright, our last tier 50 kit of this tier list is Kalia. Now, Kalia, honestly, it's really good kit. I'm not gonna lie. But now that I think about it, I don't think it's too good. But it's really, now that I say it, it's really good. The punch is really good. But it's pretty unpredictable because it either does low damage or high damage. But the fire damage and knockback is pretty helpful. So I'm going to give it S tier. In my opinion, I think it's behind Hannah, like I said again. But in front of Pyro, because it just like takes like 3 hits and then you can just punch them away, and it's really good for escaping as well because they just take knockback. So, and if you like punch them to a breakable block, it just explodes. So if you punch them to a bed defense, it like explodes a bit. It breaks the blocks a bit. So it might be easier to break bed defenses. You never know. So I'm going to give Kalia this tier, but I don't think it's the best. It's one of the best in my opinion. Alright, we got to Grim Reaper. In my opinion, probably one of the best PvP kits. Besides like Pyro and Kalia or Ares and Hannah. Grim Reaper, the healing, the reach, the jump advantage, the combos, the spawn killing, it's really good. And especially when it came out, everybody hated this kit because of how OP it is. So, and it's still pretty good. So I think I'm going to give it, honestly, I'm going to give it, I wouldn't say it's better than Hannah though, cause yeah, I don't think it's better than Hannah. Hannah's way too OP. Cause nobody can run away from you basically, cause when you're low and you're dead. So yeah, I think Grim Reaper's gonna go here, but Grim Reaper's still really good. Alright, coming down to our third to last kit, it's going to be Lucia, the PvP / looting kit queen. Now, Lucia kit, you can easily get so much candy that if you just get 600 candy, you can get like emerald armor, like that. It's really fast. You can get emerald armor really fast. So that's why I think Lucia kit, I think not better than Airy because it kind of like Barbarian. It's if you lose the candy if you die, so but you have the pinata. So if you have candy there, but someone can break it. But good thing is that your teammates can't break it. Only you can in your team. So that's at least a good thing. So I'm going to put it behind Airy, but in front the Yuzi. Alright, our second to last kit is going to be the Evelyn kit. Now, this kit is like, it basically, if you think it's your favorite kit, I'm sorry to say, but if you watch my video about what your Roblox Bedwars favorite kit says about you, you're a Fulton simp. I'm sorry to say it, but you're a Fulton simp. I like this kit, but it's definitely not the best kit. By far, there's a bunch more kits that are better than this kit. So, gonna give this a high B tier because teleporting is pretty cool. Like, it's really useful, but it's not gonna cut it unless you use Whisper, which is the upcoming kit that I'm gonna rate. So yeah, that's my rating for Evelyn. Alright guys, this is the last kit for this rating, and it's gonna be Whisper Kit. Now, Whisper Kit, it's kind of up and down, to be honest. You gotta have good players. You gotta use your Whisper Owl really good. It depends on how well you do, and it depends on how well your team does, and also how well your team's kits are. So, but other than that, it's a really good kit, like for support, because when you press R on your keyboard or the heal button, when they don't need healing, the guy, it goes faster, like they go faster, and when they do need healing, it heals 10 plus health, and it cooldowns every 5 seconds, but it's actually pretty fast. You don't even notice if it's 5 seconds. So I think Whisper Kit is probably like, and also if you go into the void, you can just catch yourself. But the only thing is, it's a 1 minute cooldown, so it's kind of slow. I feel like the devs should like reduce it to like 30 seconds or lower, because 60 seconds is kind of slow. So I feel like they should reduce the time. But other than that, it's a pretty good kit. So I think I think I'm gonna put it like here, because it's really good. But like I say, it's based on the situation of like the teams. And yeah, that'll be the end of the kit tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I bet it's been a while since you heard my voice. I'm glad I did this video because I kind of wanted to use my voice, but all my recordings were pretty much trash. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.